You are listening to the Centropic Oracle, an audiobook podcast of science fiction and fantasy short stories that make you think and feel.
Relative by Eric Lewis. He held his breath and waited for another wave of pain to pass as his ship hurtled toward the singularity. At least spaghettification would make for a more elegant end than the disease rapidly devouring his body, he thought. 2 minutes to singularity, the ship's computer dutifully reported. Ironically, it was the lifetime of exposure to Hawking radiation that had done him in. Studying cosmic behemoths like the one he'd soon become an eternal part of. The doctors had given him a week to live, maybe 2, but certainly no more than that. And his daughter, Libby, had been devastated by the news. For so long, it'd just been the two of them against the universe. She'd grown sick with grief at the thought of losing him. And so, without asking her or telling anyone, he'd stolen the little ship and sped off towards the supermassive black hole. An astrophysicist by training, he'd decided this would be his last gift to her. The intense gravitational distortion of space-time meant that, to an external reference frame, time slowed exponentially the closer he got. From her perspective, he would draw infinitely close to the event horizon, yet never cross it. So in a final limited way, he'd never really be gone, only red-shifted into eternity. Surely, Libby would take some small comfort in that. Surely. A light signaling a communications hail blinked insistently on his control board. He ignored it, like he'd ignored all the others before it. 1 minute to singularity. Only now did he wonder, briefly, if it was actually selfish, running away from everything to spare himself the grief and not Libby. Taking solace in scientific rationalizations, as he'd so often done. Stars warped and time dilated around the ship. The accretion disk burned brightly beneath him, and a momentary twinge of regret almost made him reach out at the last moment to send the engines screaming into reverse. To give up this reckless plan and spend his last agonizing days with her, after all. But no. It was too late. The instruments told him he'd already crossed the Schwarzschild radius. Thanks to the black hole's size, he'd felt nothing, only a profound sense of finality. He plunged deeper, and when the first tidal surges of gravity hit him, Libby's picture, taped to his forward screen, began to fade as the photons struggled to reach his eyes. 30 seconds to singularity. Warning, structural failure imminent. Outside the ship's rear window, infalling light showed the universe beyond the event horizon accelerate to time's dark end. All the theories confirmed, though he'd never be able to tell anyone. The sight suddenly struck him with an implication of his decision that, in his desperation, he hadn't considered. And he wept when he remembered that the physics worked both ways. From his perspective, it was now his Libby who was dead and long gone. And there could be no reference frame that spared both of them the pain. 10 seconds to singular.
We hope you enjoyed Relative by Eric Lewis, read by CB Droege. If you'd like to learn more about the author and narrator of this story or make a donation to them, follow the story page link in the description. If you would like to submit a story for consideration or apply to be a narrator, a link to our submission guidelines is in the description.